Oh my god, what is that? No. Oh, that's crazy. I think my Switch has a virus. I didn't even get one laugh for that. Good one. Thank you. I worked so hard on these. Quite loud. Say. Joke again, please. Yeah, I'm gonna need at least 300 people to ask for a joke redo before I read it at. Here, I'll do the joke for you again. Alright guys, I'm ready to start playing Metroid Prime now. Goodness. That wasn't intended to be here. Alright guys, it's time to play some Metroid Prime Remaster on the Switch. I actually don't know why it's so loud. Sounds like it's getting captured twice. Better? Yeah. As you can see, I still have not figured out my capture situation. So this is an area I have played through, but I can also rush through it pretty quick. Right after I remember that I have to match their attack type. Okay, I'm gonna take a moment, because for whatever reason, the way it's capturing audio makes it so I can't hear myself. And I think I need to switch in. So enjoy this looping Bushishi. You know what sucks? Is I don't buy every manga I've read, but what I like to do is just buy the first volume of something I've completed. It's a sort of form of direct financial support of the product. And I wanted to buy the first volume of Mushishi, but it's like $100 just for the first volume of this manga. And the alternative was buying like a $12 version that would be in French. And I don't even know why. It's not like anyone actually read Mushishi, but for whatever reason, that one is really hard to come by. And there aren't exactly secondary vendors either. I've been watching that. Oh, get ready to have your heart broken. Well, it depends on if you're watching the dub or the sub. Mushishi's one of my favorite animes, period. And only the first season of it got dubbed. So they never dubbed Zokusho 2, or any of the OVAs. But it was actually a really good dub. The guy who voices Ginkgo also voices Roy Mustang in Full Metal Alchemist. And he does sort of the same inflection, but a bit more calm of a demeanor. And I guess it didn't do well, so they just, like, stopped dubbing it. Even though it's one of the GOATs. So, if you're watching the dub, just be ready for that. The sub is still good, but you get so used to it. And the dub had a very good Ginkgo voice. My favorite. I like that this game sort of has combos. If you pay attention to what you're fighting, I mean, these guys obviously only take damage from one weapon type, but it's nice when they design them so they specifically die in 2 shots. Unlike this thing, which never breaks, apparently. Nice wave. I don't think I needed a scan to figure out that that was a door blockage. You want to know how much of a weeb I am? So, that bigger video I was working on before the Ito one, I've been sort of figuring out how to plan out the story of it, and I decided I would try structuring it like a comic. And I've been working on that, and I realized recently I've been making it read from right to left. So I've just been making my own manga. And it admittedly kind of makes me... It makes me more and more interested in actually pursuing comics as like a medium of art. Because you learn a lot with like pacing, but also just drawing your characters a lot of different ways. It's... The way I usually make stuff, I like draw out reference art. But I do a lot of 3D animation, so it's not... Unless it's a storyboard. And even storyboards have a lot more sort of tedious in-between drawings sometimes, but... Making comics is like a really fun, condensed way to write a story. Like, I've finally figured out how to draw my own hat. The little flappy hat my character has. I always have trouble with it. I'm not sure if that's a character design thing or a bad artist thing. But like, a character that I came up with, I still don't know how to draw 40% of the time. Like, wait, how the fuck would this hat look at this angle? But I'm finally understanding it, and it's all in the hairline. It's all about the brim of the cap. How long is this game? It's a pretty long game. I've also had a few setbacks. You gotta keep in mind, when Nintendo designs games, they kind of intentionally design them to be picked up and dropped a lot. I feel like with most Nintendo games, they don't expect you to beat it in 3 sittings. Like, they expect you to save and close before each area. It doesn't feel like Metroid Prime is an exception to that. Also, did I just do a full circle? I'm pretty sure I just did a full circle. And I don't know why. I didn't even know it was possible to do that here. Oh well. Yeah, this is why it's taken more than 3 streams to beat this game. Because I spend half of it following my own footsteps. Any interesting dreams lately? I had a dream that felt like a drug trip. I've never, like, tripped, and I don't really do drugs now. But I had a dream that woke me up at, like, 5 a.m. It was... You ever have one of those alien dreams where so much happens and you can kind of piece together all of it, but you could not explain it without sounding crazy? Like a needlessly complicated dream with hieroglyphics amounts of information. I just had a really, discombobulated, just like confusing dream. And it's not one I think meant anything, but I had a dream that there might have been aliens. It was a dream where like all of human society was sort of put on the same wavelength, and so it was impossible to keep a secret because everyone could kind of check the history log of your brain. And so I just flew through this vortex of everyone seeing my brain, and the most common question was, why does he eat the same breakfast so often? Like, he doesn't even buy different brands of yogurt. He just always gets the Chobani. He doesn't even get different flavors. So all of humanity was just judging me for my breakfast. It was a borderline psychotic dream. But I compare it to a drug trip because it had that same level of... You come back from it with a level of self-awareness of like, oh my god, I'm alive. Is it set to World of Horror now? I changed that part. No, it's on Metroid Prime. Get me. You were part of the Vorticence. Sometimes I'll get those bizarre dreams that I'll wake up from and feel like I'm already done with the day before it even started. So here's my problem. Since I've been going to the gym, I've discovered my body has done something that I'm mad at it over. I used to be able to just sort of not work out all day, and I would have a medium amount of energy. But I've gotten used to working out most days, and now if I don't work out, I'm exhausted until I've worked out. So if I do work out, like I did today, I have really good energy. I feel awake, I feel aware. If I don't work out, I'm playing nap roulette. You know, when you take a nap and you don't set an alarm, it's like if it's 4 hours, it's 4 hours. If it's 30 minutes, it's 30 minutes. If I don't work out, I have no energy now. And it's like my body has begun considering running a form of allowance. And if I don't give it, it punishes me by being sleepy. What's with the hand? That's my actual hand. But it's on my desk, so sometimes it shows up in the capture. It's not a bad problem to have, because it kind of incentivizes me to do the treadmill. But it's also awkward when there are days I don't want to work out, and I literally have to, otherwise I'm dead. Will I pursue the 2D Metroids? At some point, yeah. I'm playing the Metroid Primes in addition to some other FPS campaigns. So the 2D Metroids will take a little bit of time to get to. But yeah, I will. Cardio or strength? Mostly cardio. Because cardio is fun to me. I can run and have fun, but weights are boring. I do them sometimes, but especially because I'm trying to get some muscle on my arms. So I kind of make myself do that at least 2 or 3 times a week. But it's mostly running. No, they haven't made a fun version of weightlifting yet for me. Where's the gamer weightlifting? Where's the rowing machine that lets you play Duck Hunt? I say that as a joke, but that does exist. My mom has an elliptical, but it's a video game. It's like it's like a bike. It's one of those electric bikes, and it has a screen attached to the front. And it has a little virtual bike that you're running on, and you get to play with other people. But I don't like that. I don't like that because I'm on a computer all day, and when I'm working out, I don't want to stare at a computer. So it kind of bugs me. Even the treadmills at my gym, I'll have little TVs on them running, like, cable news. And I have to turn it off every time I start running because I don't want to see it. Whoever thought combining technology and exercise was a good idea was dead wrong. I guess there is Ring Fit training, huh? Okay, I guess Nintendo gets an exception. Deja vu. Have you even heard of the Kinect? Dude, I have a Kinect taped to my shirt right now. Yeah, I think I do know what a Kinect is. I did it again. Doggone it. It's interesting that all the rooms leading up to the mini-boss kind of prepare you for the mini-boss. Like 2 rooms from now, you fight a giant guy that you have to strafe around a giant pole to fight. And what do they have me doing right now? Tit for tat. It's kind of good game design when you think about it. It's almost like they're priming me. Fair enough. I go on a field and push a boulder to work out. But are you happy? Can't entirely remember what I'm doing here. I already know what it does. I'm just trying to look at the little fake pillar. I think I need to do it one more time. Ghost! Ghost, leave. Made it to the second floor. Jerk. A lot of pressure. And raiders. Hi. May lower. I'm so fucking drunk. How long you been drinking for? And I'm like tapping a watch. It's so messed up they put these little cubes in here. Because at this point in the game, you're kind of used to shooting every box you see. So this is only here to fuck with you. The fuck was that? What? Yeah, drink water. He's mad because they got him in an egg. Stop it. He's eating my attacks. Is this the... You have to wonder if maybe they just designed the room incorrectly for that to happen. I guess not. I guess you're supposed to strafe behind him and shoot the gun. But you end up being able to safe spot it. It's okay, man. I'll wait. What I'm worried about is that electric ghost room is ahead of me. And without a save point, Fun isn't the word I would immediately be drawn to using. Especially if I end up with 50 HP to these goofballs. He was fuck! He was shooting yellow. I assumed he was a yellow. But I did freeze him. I've been on this area for so long, guys. Like 2 hours of time sunk to this. It's not even the boss. It's just the amount of shit you do without a save point. I'm done. I'm Zerg rushing. You can't headshot what don't got a head. Lug nuts. I'm gonna be so happy if you can do this. Good news, you can do it. Bad news, you can't jump through. So you stop getting shot. Don't care. Don't care. No. TLDR. I'm so fucking desperate. Just take me. Just take me. That was more of a science run than anything. I was collecting data. So you can rush through, but the developers thought of that and created an area where you have to destroy the bars. And if you linger for even a second, they will dogpile. But I think I can do it correctly now. Really is Super Monkey Ball. Oh my. You know what? Still worth it. I would have lost. Think about it like this. I would have lost a bar to this room anyways. So now I'm just skipping all the fighting. Losing the health. And saving all of the time. Let me tell you though, this camera not doing me a single favor. Oh, and it's over. I'm not making it through. I hit the morph ball button twice, losing all of my time in the process. I think I can get 2 bars back through boxes, making this time save worth it. It's so fucked up that the purple guys shoot yellows. It's dastardly. I think they all shoot yellows now that I think about it. I guess that's why it's an inferior version of hers. They couldn't even get the color right. Nintendo Switch? Doing alright? Yeah, this is, a little odd. It's because I called their guns inferior, so one of them used an ice shot on my stream. I'm sorry, your guns are really nice. Ignore the magenta, please. This is how I capture my hands. What? So. Moment. It's easy to blame the capture software, but to be totally honest, I'm using an Elgato from like 5 years ago, so it's kind of... it's fair for it to, crap out on me now and then. But I fixed it. You know, this room would be okay if you could lock on without having to look up first. But the whole 5 shots of damage that you take just because of terrible classic controls doesn't feel fair to me. Like, they did so much work on all the aspects of this remaster and then just totally phoned it in on the controls. At least on the legacy controls. If I was playing on gyro, it might not be that bad. But it's like Metroid Prime Remaster, they just sort of assumed GameCube owners wouldn't be a large portion of the player base. Gyro controls are available, but I wanted to play on a normal controller. One, because lol, Joy-Con tracking. I don't even care about the missiles at this point. I'm so done. But just also, because that's how I want to experience Metroid Prime. I want to play it. So, a little fault on me for for playing an FPS with an analog stick. A little fault on the developers for somehow making worse controls than the original for non-gyro. There's been an interesting discourse on Twitter about source files for games, and how a lot of, especially like in the 2000s and 90s, a lot of Japanese game devs didn't save their source code because I guess at the time the idea that you would need the source code later was just not that conceivable? Like, well, we already made the game. It's out. Why would we re-release it? Why would we need to make it work on another console? Why would we need to remaster it? So you have hundreds of really, like, AAA games that have no available source code because they finished the game and then wiped the hard drives because they wanted the hard drive space. Which is how you end up with stuff like Final Fantasy games just losing the files that they made the game with. Silent Hill moment. And it's so funny to think, like, that is almost the most prevalent part of a game's life cycle after its release. Like, your game doesn't just release and then disappear off a shelf. Like, you want to get as much mileage out of a game as you can. And so to imagine how much money has been left on the table by some director going, we don't need to keep that. I mean, someone's not sleeping at night. I've heard some stories of people that worked on games getting contacted by their higher-ups asking if anyone illegally kept the source code because the studio deleted it and they were hoping to find someone had illegally kept it. That way they could, like, resell it. Or not, like, they could take it off someone's home hard drive. But think about that from the perspective of the game dev. You're being asked if you did something illegally. So how many times does someone get asked that and they're like, yeah, I'm not falling for this trap. You're about to, like, fine me. Same thing happened with a lot of silent film. Well, it happened with non-silent film too. Weren't there, like, Pixar movies where they lost a ton of it? And they just didn't have a... Or there was some movie, I can't remember which one, where they lost, like, almost all of the base progress, but someone just had it at home. Was it Toy Story? Where, like, something went wrong with their computers at the office. It got corrupted, but thankfully someone had brought home sort of a copy of the movie up to that point, and so they didn't lose quite everything. Which is so weird to think about. You would think there's so many ways, so many, like, things in place, so many security measures to make sure that doesn't happen. You would think they have triple backups on the cloud and on a second hard drive, but no. A lot of times, their files are just all across one cloud server or a couple of computers. So, one blown fuse and you lose a lot. It was saved by a new employee, Toy Story 2. But a new employee saved it on her computer. I hope she got a raise. Like, you just saved us literally millions of dollars of redoing. It's weird because you can't focus. You can't actually focus on his gun, but you can shoot it while he's doing that. Also, I'm not feeling super confident on this run. Especially because I just do not understand how this damage works. I jump over it and then I get damaged anyways. Like touching a wall, I guess. Anyways, unless I can find a save point nearby, 50 is not going to be enough. And that's assuming I beat this guy without losing anymore. Not to talk myself out of being confident, but you can probably tell I'm at the point where I'm starting to blame the game. What you looking at? It would be nicer if he at least dropped a health pack. So here's the problem. If I go upstairs, people spawn. But there is a thing up there. You know, last time I went this way and I don't think I ran into a save point. I think I have to go upstairs and hope that that area leads to a save, because I'm not going any further if it's just gonna do nothing for me. Also, I don't like hearing the music, but not seeing the guys. Yep, there it is. Oh, I do have one bar. Okay, this is not as bad as I thought it was. This is actually pretty doable. Still streaming? Yeah. I think I'm pretty consistently doing 4 hours, at least Tuesdays and Fridays. All the other days that are a bit more flexible. Are flexible, not unflexible. Please be something nice. Oh. Neurotoxin. Not what I would describe as nice. Not a save point either. But there is health this way. So... fuck. It's still more preferable than the other way. I think this goes to the same room. It's just a different direction to it. Yeah. That fall cost me a health. Who the fuck? Get off the chandelier, Kevin. Kevin, I told you not to climb up there! I don't know how to get down, Mom. Alright, jump down, I'll catch you. Oh, I'm sorry, Kevin. I'm sorry. I wasn't ready. I'm gonna be mad if these areas lead to save points, but you just can't get them yet because you have to beat the area first to get the power shot. Yeah, more Bendesium. This seems like it would be a save point, right? Okay. So this is currently my least favorite room in the game. Because of that guy right there. Can't really see him from this angle, but little Mr. Clear. I think theoretically I can stealth across it, but I'm gonna play it. Thing is, I need to turn this off. I still don't totally. On one hand, I think artists deserve to get paid more, but on the other, I'm not gonna pay $400 fucking dollars for a 3-day seminar on how to paint houses. I've been wanting to go to some sort of like little art class, but they're so goddamn expensive. And I don't... 400. I mean, I guess if you think about it as someone putting in 3 days of work, that's still kind of a lot. Do not like how it takes me out of scan mode the second I scan something. Because it makes... I almost walk forward trying to rescan. Could be taken off of me. An entire shift of Dynamo workers have been transferred following bouts of phase-on madness. Units have reported to Science Team for use in laboratory studies in the new Elite Pirate program. Their demeanor make them good fighters. So I need to drop with a plan, because there's a chance I jump one of these platforms and don't make it. So if that happens, I kind of want to shoot the middle thing. I think I just have to kill him somehow, but I don't understand, because it's definitely an X-ray situation. Makes me wonder if I'm just in over my head here. Where does this even go? Because both of these doors are... No. Fuck. I don't know. I must just not supposed to be here. You first. You attack for... It seemed like I was damaging him there, but only when he does a certain attack. There's no way this is the correct way to beat this. But I've checked the entire room. And I don't feel like running around doing things that aren't damaging him. It worked. How the fuck did that work? Okay, for anyone here who has actually played this game, what's the correct way to beat that room? Because that was definitely not it. I'm guessing I needed to get the X-ray, come back. Which makes me also pretty sure that sooner or later I'm gonna bump into a room that I really can't beat. But for now, progress is progress. Not that way. No, 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 not that way. Like a Breath of the Wild puzzle. Oh, fuck! Sorry, Samus. Sorry, my bad. That was my bad. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, dead end. Gotta go the other way. Maybe I shouldn't. Bro, everywhere's a dead end. Okay, Samus, you're gonna come this way. Way? Alright, now up here. Oh, that's fine. Stop, 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 stop. Careful, careful, careful. I think you're gonna have to go on it. I'll scope it out. Yeah, seems clear. Clear. It's like an escort mission. I don't care. That joke was worth it. I would only regret all of the stuff I'm gonna have to redo if that wasn't funny to myself. I am gonna have to... God, there's no fucking way. I'm actually kind of bothered, because it feels like I'm not supposed to be here. But up till this point in the game, if I'm not supposed to be somewhere, they don't let me go there. And the scan keeps telling me to be here. But everywhere I fucking go just screams at me, you shouldn't be here. You can't lock on to the enemies. You are taking way more damage than usual. And there's no save points. Which implies that I should be able to tank this and not need a save point. Which isn't true. So then why the fuck am I even allowed to be here? And it doesn't seem like anyone in chat knows to tell me that I shouldn't be here, so I don't have another lead. Like, but this is kind of my problem with Metroidvanias. Between beating my head against an area that I'm clearly not prepared for, and blindly walking over my own footsteps for 2 hours trying to figure out where to go, I would rather just keep dying. Because dying is more fun than doing nothing. Have you ever seen that video where they lock people in a room that with a button and the button stings them? It's sort of like it shocks them like a piece, like, you know, like the joke gum you pull. They lock people in this room with a button that shocks you just enough that it's painful, and they see how long it takes people to hit the button. And they found that people get so bored after 15 minutes, they would rather experience that pain than sit around doing nothing. So there's like a psychological phenomenon in humans where we would rather be in pain than bored because at least it's stimulation. Anyways, that's how I play Metroid Prime. I would rather keep dying and shocking myself than have to endure walking through Fenendra drifts for the 20th time. I think there's a weapon that makes this boss easy. Yeah, I think there probably is, but it's not like I know where to go get it. That's kind of what I've been saying. Like, I don't want to wander around looking for somewhere I might be able to go. The downsides of going through the whole map and finding nowhere that I can actually progress is way too great for me to justify in my head. Although, this is probably the closest I've been to caving and looking up a like a walkthrough. I've made it through more or less the whole game. Occasionally someone in chat, like, hints me, but even then, the game usually gives me hints. So, I haven't needed external walkthrough stuff yet. I have no clue how to get to that door. That ice door over there. Doesn't seem like... I'm guessing this loops around, and this is just an exit to come back through. And that's not something I need to try and get to anyways. Saving just so I don't need to pick up that missile upgrade again. Dude. I'm so freaking nettled. If they didn't body block, this would be considerably less annoying. Ugh. I checked the speedrun, but it's entirely unintelligible. So... I don't like this fact, but this is probably the first time playing Metroid Prime where I'm just not having fun. I'm having fun with my own jokes, even if they get me killed, but it's genuinely a little frustrating that even some of those worst qualities of Metroidvanias, where it's just there's no safety line for your player to grab at. There's no button that's like, give me a hint, I tap out, I admit defeat. I think I saw the speedrunner crush the baddie. Well, I kind of figure that thing in the middle of the room is how you defeat the guy. The problem is, I don't see anything in that room I can interact with. Any meaningful capacity. Although, to be fair, I kind of avoided the middle of the room, so maybe I have to drop down into that thing early or something. But yeah, my issue was I just keep entering these rooms where it's really vague what you can. On the bright side, this does make me think I must be further in the game than I expected. What 8-year-old could beat this? Oh my god. I was shooting him with ice there. This is entirely my fault. Can you say your signature catchphrase? Yeah. I can't fucking take it. Let me in, let me in. See, it's fucking camera. I'm getting a lot better at clearing these rooms, at least. I think if I could bounce off walls, it would be more of a legitimate strategy to try and rush some of these rooms. Not quite as... Okay, what is it, an ice one? Off. Wow, I made it here with, like, almost all health. I think this is the one. One walkthrough's title is The Phase on Mine's Difficulty Spike. Oh, okay. I feel much better about myself now. It does feel like this game suddenly went from a 6 to a 9 on a difficulty scale. And to be honest, I would credit some of that to the lack of lock-on swapping. Because when you kill one thing, your auto-lock totally resets. It just shuts off, effectively. Instead of switching to the other thing in the room. Which means you're spending 2 seconds turning around. Which, in this game, is enough to lose you a whole bar, basically. Depending on what you're fighting, at least. Alright, I'm done whining. I'm gonna play. Thanks, Odd Thomas. Ooh. We lost one, but I'm getting much more efficient with it. I think I'll qualify to do a speedrun myself by the end of this. No. Bad tracking. God, I want Samus to crush me. Hey. The exit's over there. Go ahead. You first. Have people told you when you sing you sound like Darren from System of a Down? I've never heard that in my life. I always thought I kind of sound like Tony Molina when I sing. I don't really listen to Sat, but I'll take your word for it. Got him. Oh, wait, Soad. I don't know where I got Sat from. This is the game with the white woman jump scare, right? Only if you're scared of white woman. I like to think of it as a white woman surprise. Just a woman surprise. Surprise woman. A little bit of serotonin goes off every time I see Samus's face. If you're afraid of Samus Aran, your will is weak. As weak as your bloodline. Stop it, please. Please stop it. I don't know how I'm supposed to dodge that. It seems like it lingers so hard. Oh, that's how. You just don't spam your jump. That checks out, actually. How does the hand tracking work? Let's just call it a sleight of hand. I mean, a magician never reveals all his secrets. Unless you're like Penn and Teller, maybe. Not picking, just scratching. Okay, I have 4 bars right now. I'm doing pretty good. Like, this is the most confident I've been yet. I still don't know the correct way to beat that guy, but I do know that I can cheese it, which is kind of enough. Because if I could cheese it with 2 bars, I can win it with 5. Make that 6-ish. It's weird. The difference between these 2 doors then, because it really does seem like they both lead to the same spots. Oh, this one's a dead end. I forgot about that. I thought that led there. I guess I just forgot doing the drop down. Why do they have sonic tunnels? I mean, on a technical level, they do have grunts that are ball-like that would reasonably roll around. But it is a little weird that they have perfectly sized tunnels for Samus Metroid to fit through. You would think they would lock those up. Do I still get revenue from old videos? Yeah, but not a lot. Not like those videos rack up views these days. Probably make like 50 bucks off of every TF2 commentary together per month. 50 bucks still even seems steep. I'd be surprised if I'm making 30 off of all those commentaries. I haven't looked at the numbers though, I don't know. Could be higher. It kind of depends on whether they still get views. I kind of just assumed they hit their most amount of views and now they don't get a lot, but sometimes YouTube is weird and they'll recommend old content even if it's nothing like a creator's new content. Like Death of an Art Style probably still gets views, but doing a Contract 1, probably not. Even though it was a great video. It was just a commentary. Also, why are you standing there? That is not a standing spot. The old movement shooters vid? I think that one still gets numbers. I don't really follow them. I kind of just see where they land and then let them go. But I feel like the movement shooters is sort of adjacent enough to what I'm known for now. I feel like if you were going to use 2 terms to describe me, well, 3, I think movement shooter YouTuber would come to a lot of people's mind. Movement shooter. Okay, so I'm gonna guess maybe there's something on top of it that lets me interact. I'm just gonna expect to have to cheese this guy. Maybe the way. Oh, fuck it. This is such a weird... I'm gonna wing it. Fuck it. Wish me luck, everybody. I'm gonna give it my all. Like, it doesn't even feel worth trying the power shots because it's just... it's not really timeable. He keeps going higher, which is making this way more annoying. But I did it. It shot me a few times. I lost like a bar and a half. But the fact that I still have 1 bar, I expected to leave that fight with nothing. Why even have the cubes? Why even have the companion cubes, man? Nothing in them. I'm doing some experimenting while I'm in this room, since I actually have a chance to kind of look around now. There might be some weird niche thing that I'm supposed to do. I'm pretty sure the malfunction it's referring to is that little sphere. Are there any silly hand tricks you do? Or you weren't here for the theremin break, were you? I'm a little strapped for him right now, while I still build up the hand tuber brand. But, let's see. Alright. Which hand is the dog treat in, guys? Pick a hand. Wait, hold on. Alright. Click on the screen now. Which hand is the dog treat in, guys? If you pick correctly, I'll give it to you. 100% on left. Wow. Going straight. Sorry, guys. Wrong hand. No dog treat. You want to see what was in the other hand? Also nothing. Game was rigged from the start. Second. Explosion ball could be used. I don't... You sure it's one that I have yet and not like an upgraded version of it? Because I've tried blowing up plenty of rubble in my day as a ball. Not worked for... We go around the whole thing. I'm pretty sure I know what you're referring to, but it's a power shot that I haven't unlocked yet. Why does one of the point rewards say I'll blow up my tongue? Why don't you redeem it and find out? You'll find out what this tongue does. That's right, this streamer does hand stuff and tongue stuff. So you're getting the full package when you come to FUNKe. Then some. But don't do foot stuff. That's what I needed. Boom. You have no idea how much of the game I just unlocked. No wonder this area is hard as balls. Good Samus. Good Samus. Don't totally know what the power shot means. Guessing it means something like that. Why don't I go test it and find out? It like gives me stuff and then doesn't tell me how to use it. Try missile ball morph form? No. I only have one. Oh. It's a nuke on the X button, not the other shot. Nice. I'm still not convinced there isn't a correct way to beat that boss, but I got yes, I got a save point. I got everything I needed. So happy. You have no... If you only started watching this stream today, I ended last stream doing this all for 40 minutes and then giving up. Not giving up, but running out of time. And I'm only now just beating the area. I'm gonna try something. Wow, I didn't even do half of the damage I hoped it would. Wow, fuck this room. It seems... Okay, that is just for rubble, not for combat, clearly. Please fucking let me switch between lock-ons, please. Disable them. That would have been a good idea too. I wish I thought of that and not read it. I wish I thought of it before reading it. Oh my God. You have no idea. That spawn room looked exactly like the last one and my heart sank. To clarify, I'm glad I read it from you. I'm saying I wish I could claim that I was smart enough to figure that out on my own. Did Moobot not like the boar spam? Yeah, Moobot's kind of a prude. We're gonna have to ration the boars out to 1 per person, everybody. Make sure to only take 1 boar on your way out. Apologize for the inconvenience, and any excess boars expected will be shipped to you over next 2 work weeks. I like how there's a safe route, or you could just run under them and only lose like 1 more bar of health. So, Thomas, they were in like Alpharetta, Georgia a few weeks ago, but I didn't end up going. And I was a little sad about it, but I learned they're doing an indie rock tour and they'll be here in like June. And that one I am going to. I still haven't bought my tickets, so I probably need to make sure I can go. Like it's not sold out. But it's Weezer. I don't think they're going to be sold out. Joyce Manor is playing with them, and I've recently been listening to Joyce Manor. So a pleasant duo there. Where do you live? Georgia. Right in the Bible Belt. You know what Georgia's famous for? Peaches, 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 peaches. And that's it. That's all we got. We have Yellowstone Mountain. It's pretty cool. A lot of good shows were filmed in Atlanta. Andre 3000 is from here. Donald Glover has a pretty good TV show based in Atlanta. And that's kind of it. It's alright. I probably like Atlanta more than I do other major cities, but I think all major cities are inherently worse than, like, rural or suburbs. It's not worse for practicality's sake, but for living. I would not want to live in the heart of Atlanta. But that's not even like a people thing. That's just, there's no grass. There's not like a great... Like, there are parks, but they're mostly just dog parks and trails. And I do like trails. But just... I don't know. I spend so much of my life on a computer. When I'm not on it, I want to be in a bit more... I like living in primitive areas. Maybe not primitive. Like, what's... I'm not sure what the best word is, but not entirely industrialized. Just industrialized enough, you have what you need and then some. You have a couple fun restaurants to go to, but there's also grass. I want to touch grass. That's what I thought would happen. I was right. Yeah, I guess suburban would be the best generalizer of it. Yeah, there's just more lore skins around here. Size increase of 400% indicated in fungal unit. It's a big fungus. It's a big mushroom. Don't think I can make that, but here we go. So I definitely need to get up there. I wonder... Ow. Nice. No, I thought you could maybe rocket jump with it. This is interesting. So I do know I can backtrack and use this power shot for a good few areas. This kind of feels like a dead end for now. I just want to be thorough and make sure I'm not missing a little crevice to wall climb. Is it bouncy? It's not bouncy. Yeah. I think it's just dead end for now. Maybe it's a grapple thing. Well, I got the power shot. That's really what matters. It's just weird. This game... Yeah, Phazon Mine's difficulty spike is a great descriptor of what happens here. Because it's like... half of the rooms that you should be in, you really feel like you shouldn't. And there's not any scans in here relating to the fungus. You're at the right place, actually. A likely story. Fungal invigoration fluid processing levels normal. Studies indicate decreased aggression between elite pirates and irradiated Metroids. Science team believes the infusion of Phazon in these units may be forming a type of symbiosis between them. Further studies are underway. They're chemically drugging the... what are they called? Pirates? They're drugging the pirates and the Metroids to get along. Fusion of Phazon into local fungi is proceeding. This program has produced a cheap, viable ration for many of our Phazon-enhanced units. Feeding them mushroom. Maybe it's one of those puzzles where I gotta shoot something down. Or maybe I'm grasping at straws. Where did the love for Weezer come from? The year was 2013? Maybe? Might have been early. And I was a sophomore in high school. And I downloaded an legally pirated copy of the Blue album by Weezer. And I listened to it on a car ride to school. And I don't really know why, but it kind of stuck with me. Just content-wise. Kind of jived with it. So I proceeded to listen to it, I don't know, another 20 times. Before learning that Weezer had more albums, at which point I listened to those albums, and I liked them too. I even liked the weird ones, like Make Believe, which are actually pretty good, but just kind of produced in a boring way, but the actual songs are good. Anyways, I think I learned about Weezer like anyone learns about any band, which is just you hear a song on the radio, you look up the album that song came off of, and then you spider your way through their discography like it's a giant web, till eventually you, before you know it, know all of their songs and are buying a $200 Snuggie with their logo for reasons you can't totally explain to other human beings, and so you don't. You just deny. Now that I want to use... Put it down, we can talk. When you're dead. We can talk. Bad news though, I'm an exorcist, so... You're gonna have to be a ghost first, before we talk. There's a great one-liner in there somewhere. I'm just here to talk. Also, I'm an exorcist. They call me the Exorcist, because I'm just here to talk. I'll workshop it. Oh, it's a something. I love a something. I've downloaded the map for this area. So glad I did that. Now I can see the 3 rooms that I missed. I don't even think I missed them. I think that's just like where you wrap back to. So this is the fungus room. Can't even do anything there yet. So I'm going up? No, down. I'm going down. Maybe. I don't have the X-ray vision, so... But is the power shot something I needed to get to the X-ray vision? Because if so, then I've been doing the right stuff. I've been going the right way. I don't know if I can go backwards this way. I can. Just trying to get to the elevator. Nothing else matters.
I'm a necromancer. You'll talk when you're dead.
That's pretty good. I like that one more than mine. Pro tip, don't go down. It wasn't really my intent to go down, it's just... It's not like I can exactly see where I'm walking. I really like that it shoots one before the charge shot. Kind of helps you keep shooting, but also this thing is not breaking it. Oh, bother. Ow. I'm gonna love listening to that sound for 10 minutes. Do you sit down or stand up when you pee? Do you only do one of those things? Do you refuse to sit down when you pee? You go to take a shit and then intentionally stand up when the peeing part happens, as to not be girly? Yeah, I'd take a shit and then stand up and pee right afterwards. Because I don't want to be weird. For piss-only visits. I think my wording still kind of applies. I know I was razzing you for a silly reason, but I usually stand to piss unless I'm, like, not going anywhere. Let's just say if I'm sitting down, I usually have a reason to be sitting down. G fucking G. Ooh! Oh! No! No! We're good. My plan was to ice this dude, and it still is. I'm gonna go up there and ice him. Oh, I did get 20 HP out of this fall, so it was kind of worth it. Because before I could not survive even one shot. I'm hoping I have to backtrack through that room with the missile upgrade I skipped. I did that because I was so tired of the mines, but now it's going to bug me that I'm at 55 carrying capacity when it should be 60. Ghost hand. I think, therefore I am. If the ghost hand ever shows up, just treat it like a navigation. Like it's telling me to go upwards. I think that's just the ghost in my room. You want to know something a little concerning? Apparently phones have an air quality tracker. Because I was just looking at my phone the other day on my computer, and it was like air quality index 152, and it was bright red. I was like, what? So I looked up the measuring of like what's a healthy air quality, and it was like healthy air quality 50, unhealthy air quality 80. If your air quality is over 80, some people in specific situations might have health concerns. And then 150 is in like the extremely unhealthy range. People in the general public will likely feel negative symptoms. And I was just in my work room, the room that I like work on my computer, that I'm in right now. So if I drop dead 10 years early, you can thank my AC. What's it now? I don't know how to make it always show. It only shows on my phone sometimes. It's like my phone was giving me a cry for help. Like, my phone was breathing and even it felt contained. Surely it's the I'll check the weather app. I'll check the weather app right now and tell you what the air quality is if it tells me. No? I don't even have a weather app. Yeah, this is weird. It doesn't show. But it did like a day ago. For some reason. Holding my phone, right. Yeah, I can't get any information on my wind air quality. I think my phone is maybe trying to kill me. And so it's hiding this information now. Like, it's probably like 180 now, and my phone has decided that I deserve to choke to death because I didn't listen to it the first time. Yeah, who knows? Either way, the thing is, I kind of live in an old house where I just have a box fan. I have an AC that goes in the wall and you have to turn it on. It's like the bad AC for the environment, and it broke, so I can't even use it. So I don't even have AC in here. I just have a little box fan going. Definitely a little stuffy. So I admit, like, the air quality is not going to be great no matter what, but it's probably, it sounds like it's at a concerning level. I don't think I'll have health issues, but, like, I might end up sterile and not being able to have kids or something, which really isn't an issue to me. So as long as the effects are something like that, I don't really care. The paint in your room has lead in it? I hope not. I repainted it like 4 months ago. I guess the paint under that could have lead. Otherwise, I want a refund from the paint shop. From Sherman Williams. Sherman Williams is going to pay my medical fees. Hope you're okay. No, I'm fine. I'm just making jokes about my phone saying the air quality is terrible in my room. And it's right, but I'm not, like, worried. Where am I? I don't remember how far back the save is. I didn't lose a lot of progress, but I do have to walk kind of far. But it's not really a progress lost situation. It is an annoying jump back, though. Whoever decided to put the first platform to get up on the other side, politely, fuck you, dick. Probably a safety hazard. What if there's a fire and I need to get out? I gotta jump across 9 platforms? It's the rhino guy. I don't think getting close does more damage, but it does make it easier to shoot this rocket quickly. Okay, you are mad. He's walking up to me like my dog would walk up to me with a dead squirrel. You want to see this? Look what I found outside. He's not doing anything with it. Walking to me with his hand extended. Weird rhino. Remember what's over here. I think it's like a missile expansion. My dog doesn't really kill animals. Not little squirrels or anything. Oh, it's the map. That's just what the rhino reminded me of. I think it did it once with a lizard. Oh, dude. A lizard... A little salamander got stuck in my room the other day. And nothing was more emasculating than trying to get the... It was one of those animals that's so panicked about being locked inside that you can't catch it because it's running under furniture. And I think I was trying to scoop it into a hat for 6 minutes. Until I just literally gave up and went, fuck it, and I scooped it up with my hand. But the thing is, I don't know how it got in my room. It would need to walk through like 3 defense barriers of doors to get here. So it somehow got into our house, made its way to my room. I kind of because I have a window next to my computer on the first floor, and I just sort of assumed there's not enough space for a salamander to squeeze through there. But it did. I got it did. Did I keep it? No. It did seem happy to be outside, and I didn't want to cram it in a box. Cram it in a aquarium. Fuck, I fell for it again. They got me. Dude, I got so trolled by Metroid Prime. so much damage. So much fury and anger in my heart and soul. Uncapped, unbridled rage. Anger. I've developed this new emotional coping system where instead of getting angry, I just say the emotion I'm feeling. Aggression. Calming. Nothing. Empty. Empty head. On a scale of casual to buff, where do you land on the movie watcher scale? You know, historically, I didn't really watch movies at all, but I've been making a concerted effort to at least watch 1 or 2 a week now. Just because it's a good alternative to, like, playing a game, and it's something I can do and not need to be at the computer at. And I was recently watching the D&D movie, which, it's crazy, but there's a theater near me that's playing it for free. It's really hard to find the front door. It's really difficult to get admission to this theater, but they're playing it for free. And so, I headed over there on my... See, the hard part is the front door is in the middle of a bay, so you have to get on a ship to get there. So I just hopped on a ship. I don't know why, but the ship had skull and crossbones on its mast. But I didn't really ask, because they didn't... It was a free ferry. Anyways. Yeah, I've been watching movies more. I watched 21 Jump Street and 22nd Jump Street. There's not a joke getting thrown at the back of that. I literally just watched those movies. That's all. Oh, I don't have any power bomb? I didn't realize power bombs are an ammo resource. It's interesting. Oh yeah, also the Mario movie. I figured that one was sort of implied. I'm back where I was now. I died a silly death in this room. Stop it. Dude, ice is so terrible on these guys. It's almost like they're used to being around fire or something. Why did Mario movie critics give it a bad rap? Because I think when you compare it to other animated films like Puss in Boots, it's really easy to draw out all of the criticisms and negatives of a shallow plot. And I think it's just also one of those budgetary things of like, you had infinite resources for this, why didn't you use them? But it's also the top grossing animated film of all time, so did they need to? I don't really know where I'm going. I just kind of figure there's a few rocks I can go hit. Although, to be honest, I've been streaming for about 4 hours. And I kind of like the idea of hitting a save point and calling it. Just so I can get my rest in. But I do have a lot of options now. Now that I have the power core. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna call it there. Because it's about an hour past when I usually stop streaming. I did start late, but that puts me right around the time I would usually end stream, which is like 4 hours in. What was that hand? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, man. So I'm going to call the stream there. And so I'm streaming every Tuesday and Friday. I will probably stream tomorrow or the day after, because it's Saturday and or Sunday are on the bracket. If you want to know exactly when, in my Discord server, I'll put an event. But that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you for anyone who subbed, chatted, lurked. You know the deal. Yeah, I'm going to go probably get some rest. I have been having this issue. It's not even an issue, but I've been like consistently drawing in my sketchbook, and I filled up another one with like comic stuff. And I have the problem where I don't want to sleep because I just want to sit there doodling. So I might end up spending another hour or two doing that, but I'm definitely getting ready for bed and settling in. So yeah. That's it for tonight. I'll seeing ya. Hands are real. Bye.